these eyes that were formed from the dust would lose sight of love and turn to lust. Boys would grow into men who women could no longer trust due to desires and passions embedded deep beneath the crust. Who knew these eyes would become so polluted from continually seeing women abused, treated as objects instead of human beings? Now love is no longer a choice, but only a feeling. Feelings that often struggle dealing with patience and respect because selfless love is no longer appealing. Who knew that a quick glance at a magazine would over time shape your destiny, where pornography seen throughout your youth would become ingrained in your memory? Memories that became easier to remember than to forget, now they hover over you mentally, destroying your ability to love and be loved. Now you are your own worst enemy. Even if love was right in front of you, you couldn't see it because you're trapped in a psychological coma, unaware of the recipe. And when the time finally arrives and you meet that girl of your dreams, but still you're feeling empty because now it seems she's not as pretty as the girl you once knew in those magazines, on your computer screens. Looking back throughout your childhood, it's a mystery how you can't forget the past but can delete your website history. For what is your definition of love even founded on? What is your basis? Maybe the problem is you, being trapped inside an imaginary oasis where love is just about feelings that take you to emotional places, because the love the world has shown you is shallow and baseless. Today the music is overly sexualized wherever you listen. All you can hear is lust painting lies that taint your vision, but you don't even notice because the beat sounds dope and the message is hidden behind trying to harmonize love with objectifying women. Now you're unconscious to the fact you're trapped inside a psychological prison, bound by selfishness and greed, where love is missing. Because sadly, this society tells girls your value is based on how much we can see of your flesh. The more you can get undressed and the more likes and followers on social media you can get. Today, love isn't based on the person, but on the shape of you, the silhouette. And today, boys keep scrolling through their feeds and quickly they're onto the next girl. The pursuit of love becomes a roller coaster, a never-ending quest that emphasizes impulses over wisdom. There's no rest. On the other hand, it's true love that chooses to wait, where lust dives in too fast for relationships to go beyond anything physical, exponentially decreasing the length they can last. This society has made true love a thing of the past, and the victims of a society driven by lust are left all alone. Husbands leave their wives to wander and to roam, while their children grow up homeless while still living inside a home. It's these kids who, due to neglect, have become more prone to experiencing the same hurt on their paths the parents have known. How are they meant to know love if it's lust they're continually shown? So allow me to explain the difference between love and lust. Let me attempt to make a psychological shift where one is the thief and the other is the gift, where one heals your wounds, where the other makes an incision. You see, both have their impact. Both will shape your vision. You see, looking back, who you are today revolves around your decisions. You see, you make your choices, and your choices make you. So what kind of images of love are you choosing to view? Maybe you're blind by the fact you can't see love's portrait. If only you knew. So for those unaware of what love is, let me tell you the real definition. Love is a journey, a lifelong expedition where loyalty, faith, trust and forgiveness are freely given without no hope of return, no thought of recognition. You see, love is unconditional. It willingly flows without conditions. For love is patient, persevering, hoping against hope. Love is kind. Love is giving, not self-seeking. It's time to remove the poison that inhabits your mind. For lust is easy to discover, where true love is hard to find. See, love isn't about those feelings and emotions you get that fade over time, for love still loves, despite flaws and weaknesses. Love isn't blind, for love says what love does. Words mixed with actions, seamlessly intertwined, for love is God, and God is love. With his own hands, in his very image, you were made. To a world that no longer knew their creator, he came to save the broken, the lost, the unlovable, the prodigal son who had strayed. For God so loved the world that he gave everything to give you a hope, an anchor that cannot be moved despite the waves, and when the winds rage and the storms hail and ships sink deep into the depths, never to sail. Love stands firm because love never fails. Thank you.